So I never swing trade based off of earnings, but tomorrow, two companies are reporting earnings, and I want y'all to walk through this process with me, but also get some education. So I'm doing this live. I'm doing this ahead of time before earnings. So if you do end up watching this with me, you'll see my wins or my losses and which way the direction go, right? So first, I'm gonna get into the educational part. So I found a stock. All right, so let me get into the educational part. So Block is reporting earnings the same day as Apple is, right? Block and Apple are both posting earnings. These are two companies that took big hits in their stock price. I feel like usually when a stock tanks really bad, especially a tech stock like Facebook did last year, usually there's an earnings catalyst to send it going north. But that's just a theory, right? So Apple and Block is reporting earnings on the same day. So I looked at Block's earning, the value, a fair value for Block, also known as Square, is $90 and is currently sitting at 68. Okay. So they're posting earnings tomorrow with the expected earnings per share to be 72 cents. If you look, quarter one they beat, quarter two they beat, quarter three they beat. They only missed last quarter. So most of the time they beat estimates. All right. So on FinViz, let me pull out the pen on this one for y'all. So on FinViz, we got it coming down to a nice level of support, right? Not only is it support, but that's also, what is that, the 200? And this is the daily chart, by the way, y'all. Yep, it's coming right down to the 200 MA. 200 MA is a strong level of support. So it's at support. It usually beats earnings, trading the same day as Apple. All right. Let's look at a little bit of financials. So as far as this year earnings per share, we're expecting 79%. That's higher than Nvidia. I checked a lot of companies and I haven't seen an expectation for earnings per share higher this year, right? So I'm liking that too. Let's see what else I found on this stock. Also looking at the Yahoo Finance. You look at Yahoo Finance, people have been viewing this stock for the past 2 weeks, 10 weeks, 9 months. It's expecting to go in the upward direction, right? Which makes sense. I mean, this stock was up to like 200 at one point, so it took a lot of beatings. But let me also look at their financials, right? So if you look at their total revenue, there was a little hiccup right here in this year, you know what I'm saying? 100,000 less, but the total revenue has increased over a certain amount of time. So at least we're going in the right direction with the total revenue. We're making more money, but the stock keeps going down. All right, total assets. As you can see, the total assets has increased. I'm liking that too. So if you look, just like in the other one, we're coming down to the 200 MA, but we're also right at a pivot point. That's showing me strong resistance. Also on the RSI, we're closer to oversold. So we got room to go up. So the fundamentals, the chart, and me expecting them to beat earnings all gives me positive. But also let's look at some more evidence. On the weekly chart, we come into a nice level of support. You see how strong that level of support is? Like that tried to come down, that tried to come down. This one respected it, that one respected it. That's a strong level of support, y'all. This stock ain't going no lower, not on earnings. So let me pull up some more. Also, fear and greed index. I like to get greedy when the stock market is fearful, and the stock market is currently fearful. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Everything is screaming at this stock. And look, $272 this stock was at one point in 2021. 272. It's time for the stock to go up. Also, Apple is reporting earnings on the same day, and Apple year to date is down. That's a company that makes a lot of money, but there is a lot of bad publicity out on Apple. So that is what's bringing Apple down, is the publicity, not the actual stock itself. We're going to go, I gave y'all the reason why I'm going to do this swing trade. I'm going to actually put this trade in today when the stock market opens. I'm going to put the trade in, and I'll get back with y'all after the trade is done, and we're going to go through earnings together. All right, so I did the trade first thing in the morning. First candle started to go down, and the next candle started to go up a little bit. I made, so far, the stock continued to go up the whole day, so I only got one contract, but I'm up $83 on this one. So I'm holding overnight for the earnings report, and we're going to see what the stock do, right? So the earnings report is happening as we speak. I don't even be watching the earnings. I be watching what the stock finna do. I got y'all watching me on this thing live, boy. So y'all gonna see if I lose money, y'all gonna see what's happening. What you gonna do, Block? What you gonna do? So far, it's looking like it's going down, man. I mean, just 1 cent. That don't really mean nothing, but we gonna see. I only put one contract on, so I ain't gonna lose too much money if it don't go in my favor. But I did realize that I broke one of my rules. You know what I'm saying? I did break one of my rules, so I gotta live whatever the consequences is. But I felt like this setup was too nice not to trade this, right? So we gonna see. It'd be nice if I could actually listen into the earnings report. But I mean, I'm almost positive about this one, y'all. That's why I'm doing this thing live. So I didn't want y'all to sit through that long earnings call process, right? But I will show you proof that after earnings, the stock went up $5.07. So my plan is to get out of the market as soon as the stock market opened. Before the stock market closed today, I was up $83. And tomorrow it's going to be up, I don't know, probably a couple hundred, maybe 200 or something like that. But I will post a picture after I finish talking right now to show you my results.